Is your Power Brother, and this is Power Inc. And we are encouraging, inspiring, and pushing, motivating our people to wake up, to be radical thinkers for a change mindset, for a change identity, to empower yourself. And you got to do that by unlearning and re-educating yourself, transforming yourself, and you got to do the homework to know what happened to us, so you can work on the transformation where you will empower yourself so we can actually heal and actually rebuild ourselves as people. That is the solution for us as people, to rebuild ourselves, to transform ourselves. Well, we got to heal ourselves before we do anything. We got to do the work on ourselves, realign ourselves, and be a better individual so you can be a better father, a better mother, a better individual for your family, for your community, for your people. You got to work on you. If you love yourself more, respect yourself more, value yourself, you will treat others better. And that's what we must do as people, work on ourselves so we can actually be better people, and so we can actually unite as people, because we got a different mindset. If we keep using our old mindset, we're going to keep on using the self hate, the self destruction, staying divided. That's the old program. We must reprogram ourselves. Like I say, I'm not your news. I just speak on the issues to give you the solution from my perspective, my awakening, my new mindset. And I'm encouraging you to improve, to transform yourself so you can have a new mindset. I'm a prime example of it. I'm not distracted. I don't watch TV. I don't smoke. I'm done, because I'm done losing, and I'm done being divided from my people, because it do not benefit me. It don't benefit my kids. It don't benefit us as people. We must transform ourselves, transform our thinking, and change so we can actually change the diaspora, us as people, us. The time is now or never. I want to deliver and speak on missing children. They say it's $1 billion business, and I'm very clear and understand and aware of. Yes, it is $1 billion business, and probably more than that. But as long as you don't know, as long as you still sleep, as long as you still using the old program, you won't see this. You won't understand this. So I'm encouraging you to be awakened, be woke, sit down and understand what's going on in these times, and what's went on in the history can give you more of an understanding for what's going on right now. Some people don't like to do the work, but it's not improving us as people. You know, we got to be brutally honest with ourselves. Something happened to us as people, and you got to go back in our past to realize something happened to us as people. Like my brother Rev Shaka, listen to, check his channel out, listen to uh Dr. Winters, the guy books. I'm encouraging you to read books to improve yourself. But something happened to us, and you got to realize what happened to us. You got to put the why and how, you know, because we was rudely interrupted, and we still interrupted because we're using the old program, our frequency. Why we don't connect with one another. We're busy hating on one another because we're using the wrong frequency and the wrong mindset. It's trauma, and we're trauma people. We must work on our trauma so we can actually heal, so we can actually rebuild, so we can actually unite as people. But people don't see it because they use no program. And the kids, man, they going missing like crazy. And y'all got to understand, for us so vulnerable as people, like I've been saying in many of my shows, my platform that I speak on, we're trauma people, hurting trauma people. We're hurting each other. Trauma people hurt trauma people. Hurt people hurt people. We're hurting, and we're inflicting violence upon each other because we're hurting mentally. So mental crisis going on, that been going on in our community. Now it's a world epidemic going on. But you won't see this if you're using the old program. And how would you see the danger or the violence towards you if you're not woke to see it. If you don't know when to duck, if you don't know when to dodge, if you don't know when to get on the other side of the street, or when you don't even see the danger that's right in your face, because you so conditioned, you so programmed to be so lost, to be unaware. And that's why they don't want us to be woke. That's why they don't want us to read, because they don't want us to know who we was. They don't want us to know what happened in history and what's still happening to this very day. Just because things have changed from our history and now don't mean it's not going on. You know, we was kidnapped when we was enslaved. Let's not think they still not kidnapping people like we know, missing children, missing people. It's the same thing been going on. It's just a different time. They probably don't got no damn plantation that got people working on, but it's closed door and they misusing people in general and of course kids. But you don't see this if you're using the old program, if you're using the old thinking. That's why I'm encouraging you to wake up so you can see it. Let me play the first video. Give me a second, my people.
We start with breaking news. Missing children this morning. Take a look at your screen. Atlanta police say these children have been missing now for 15 hours. Call Atlanta police if you see them.
Hold on.
We start with breaking news. Missing children this morning. Take a look at your screen. Atlanta police say these children have been missing now for 15 hours. That's 14-year-old Amaya Patterson on the left, her sister, 6-year-old Jayla McDaniel in the middle, and a cousin, 10-year-old Arthur Patterson on the right. They were last seen at a park near their home on Perry Boulevard yesterday afternoon. There is one clue. Take a look at this surveillance image. It was taken 90 minutes after they were last seen. It shows them a half-mile away near a Circle K on Hollywood Road. The red arrows point to the 3 missing children. You notice there's a 4th person in this image. Police have not said who that person is and if they're involved. Atlanta police say it's critical these children are found safe and time is of the essence. So take another look at their pictures here. Call Atlanta police if you see them. It helps so much to share the pictures as well. So we posted them for you on our social media and on 11alive.com.
Come on, people. Let's wake up for change. Wake up for change so we can actually protect our children. We've been taken advantage of. This is why they divided us to conquer us, why they divided the families so they can take advantage of us, take advantage of that woman, do what they want with that woman and the kids. We're still divided as people, and they still taking advantage of us. We're still getting conquered. But you still probably don't realize this using the old program, saying I'm in my own lane, I'm doing my own thing. But you're not realizing that's not power, my people. Even some of the most wealthiest people, Oprah, Jordan, they part of the diaspora, us as people, as African people at the bottom, as a group of people. They're not empowered. All the money in the world is not in, you're not empowered if your people's not empowered. You gotta understand that's the reason why they give them damn tokens. It's the reason why they turn their back on us, because it benefit them. They selfish. Tribalism, individualism does not benefit us as a group of people. This is why we have so many problems, because they turn their backs on us. Even the football players, basketball players, they train them and tame them and have them in their contracts. They can't speak out. They can't go to the hood. You don't see certain people in the hood that's really got wealth. That's basketball and football players. You don't see them. What? You probably see what around the Turkey Day of killing, where they're giving out turkeys, or Christmas giving out gifts. But you don't really see them build nothing up in the community so they can empower themselves. Everybody's not looking for a freaking handout. We need help so we can help ourselves as people. We need resources. We don't need no damn handout all the time. You can make money if you're about your people, but you busy being selfish. You busy being the individualism. You busy being in your own lane, doing your own thing. But as us as a group of people, we're still getting taken advantage of. But you probably still don't see this because you still using the old program. You still using the old thinking. You still using the same tactics, the same logic, and the same old results. But you still don't see it because you're not awakening. You're not having an open mind or open eyes. That's why I'm encouraging you to be a radical thinker for a changed mindset. We got to change how we think. We got to stop self-hating. We got to self-love ourselves so we can love each other. That's why we have not united as a group of people, because we still trauma people. We have not healed. We got to heal before we rebuild. This is why we ain't really had a real major impact where we united as people. We have so many reasons to unite. Everybody love their chicken, but we still hating on each other. Everybody like Nike, but we still hating on each other. But there's many reasons why we shouldn't be wearing Nike, supporting anybody else because they're not in our neighborhoods. We really got to save ourselves, but you got to be woke. You got to know your history so you can embrace your Black identity, so you can embrace love and respect for your people because you loving yourself. It's self-love. Knowledge yourself. If you ain't knowledge yourself, you don't know who you are. You ain't realigned your mind with your thinking, with your frame of your soul. You still lost. You still conditioned. Liquor store after liquor store. Can we be brutally honest? Blunt after blunt. Can we be brutally honest? Our people are dying at a young age because we're trauma people. And the system is taking advantage of us, feeding us damn toxic food. And they just misusing us and abusing us because they know we're trauma people. But we're beautiful people. Don't get it twisted. But we got to be brutally honest. Something happened to us as people. And we must transform as individuals so we can transform our group. And go to the next clip. I guess I'm going to play this. I want to play this other one. Give me... Damn it. Hope I can get rid of it. Okay. Give me a second, my people. 27 kids go missing in Cleveland. We ain't alarmed. We ain't worried. Come on, people. What's really going on?
Out of the Cleveland area, almost 30 children were reported missing over a 2-week span at the start of May. And for more on what's happening there in Northeast Ohio with this story, we're going to be joined right now by Newburgh, Ohio Police Chief and President of the nonprofit called Cleveland Missing, and that's John Majoy, and he joins us now. Chief Majoy, thanks for being with us here to discuss this story. We came across it today. We wanted to bring you on. I think a lot of viewers want to know essentially what is happening. How many children have been reported missing in just the first few weeks of May there 27. In the Cleveland area?
So we had a total of 27 reported in 2 weeks, and so, which is an unusually high number. But I think one of the key things is that we don't want to raise public alarm that the kids are being randomly abducted off of the streets or something like that.
Why not?
Some of these might be runaways. There's no evidence of any abductions at this point. We would have had an Amber Alert or an endangered alert or some other type of alert. So, but rather they're just simply reported missing juveniles between the ages of 12 and 17. And it's an unusually high number for a 2-week period early in May. Again, we would just want to get the word out there to the public because we want the public to be able to help us out and bring these kids home safe.
Chief Majoy, you've been in this business for what, over 3 decades. Is this a spike that you've never seen before, and are you particularly concerned? Have you ever seen this before?
I've not seen this before, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's something that we need to really raise a red flag about. I mean, we see spikes in robberies, burglaries, sometimes sex crimes, ATM robberies, whatever the case may be. And so there's always cause for concern anytime a crime goes up in a number.
Man, hold on. Can I please say something? This ain't no concern. What the hell you mean? You talking about robberies? What the hell? We're talking about kids going missing. It should be a real high concern. But you know what? They ain't concerned because I'm guaranteed majority of them kids are black kids. They're coming from the hood, the ghetto. They don't give a damn about us. You better pay attention. Come on, people. Pay attention. They don't give a damn about us. You heard that Tupac song? They don't give a fuck about us.
That is outside of the norm. But all the same, again, I think the key here is to just bring awareness to this because these kids, they're young, they're naive, they're subject to predators. There's a lot of wolves in sheep's clothing out there that may want to take advantage of them. If they're runaways, they generally don't have an identification with them. It's hard for them to get a job. They're going to have to resort to other means to feed themselves or put a roof over their head. And some people would like to take advantage of that. And next thing you know, they don't even realize that they're becoming victims of crime themselves.
Yeah, and then to your point, you're alluding to the fact that this is not part of a very well-coordinated criminal enterprise that kind of swept up all of these juveniles here. But do you have any leads? Do you have any evidence to put forth there that these missing children could be swept up into, like you said, some other criminal enterprises? Or do you have any tips that they might be found soon? Have you been in touch with some of their family members? What's going on here?
So we have gotten calls from some family members at Cleveland Missing, and not an unusually higher number than what we normally get, maybe just a few here and there. But again, there's no real tips that are coming in that indicate that there's some sort of criminal enterprise or something else out there. It's really hard to say what exactly is causing this uptick in this.
I also wanted to ask as well, since this initial report was put out, have any of them been found since?
There are several that have been found, which is a good thing. But of course, when there's also a couple that have been reported missing since the original report came out. And so as you see on your screen there's one of the things that should be brought to the public's attention, and that is where you see photo not available. Unfortunately, we see this all too often, and we need to make sure the parents have current photos of their children. And if you never need them, that's fine. But it's really hard to chase down somebody's name when you're looking at just the name, rather than if you can put a face with a name or something like that. And another key here that we want to bring out is that the public is our biggest asset. And so we really need people to, if they see something, to say something. If something doesn't look right, then they should say something. If they see a young child that just doesn't seem like they fit in as to where they're at the moment, or they're being pushed away, or they look like they're under the influence of narcotics or alcohol or something like that, they really need to call law enforcement, have law enforcement check it out, because all it takes is that one tip to bring a kid home safe.
Yeah, to your point, there's a lot the community can do. Can you talk about your organization and the outreach that you do? You go out into the Cleveland area and the community, and you ask people for help, not only in trying to find some of these juveniles who've been reported missing, but just to help with the organization itself. What more can they do?
So we are a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and we're founded by Gina DeJesus, who was one of the survivors of the Cleveland kidnappings, where she was held against her will for nearly 10 years, from the age of 14 to 23. And then her cousin, Sylvia Colon, who was the spokesperson for the family during her years of captivity. And so they formed this organization several years ago. And basically what we do is we go.
All right, I heard enough from that dude. I heard enough from him. Come on, man. Hit the like button. Support your brother. Support us. Support Power Ain't making the change. Trying to get you to open your eyes for you to see it. Hit the comment. Let me know what you think of what's really going on. Because they not concerned. You know why they not concerned? We know why? Because they black kids. They black. You see them? They black. I'm going to go to another one to show more of their faces, but they black. They don't give a damn about us. You know this. Tupac said it. They don't give a damn about us. Go listen to the track. Tupac reminds you. That's why he was a real brother. You know what I mean? But I'm just telling y'all, they don't give a damn about us, man. You talking about 27 kids in 2 weeks? It's not a concern. They got no understanding what's going on. What's the spike? Like it's just some robberies going on. Man, these are missing kids. But you know why we not alarmed? Because we're not woke. We're not awake. We don't know what's going on. We don't know the dangers that's in front of us because we so conditioned. We so busy fighting each other. We so self-hating and self-destruction ourselves. We're not even valuing our self-love. How the hell I'm going to love anybody else if I'm busy hating on myself? Don't y'all think that's the problem? Trauma people hurt trauma people. We're hurting each other because we're hurting. I'm talking about killing after killing. These kids are getting snatched up. 27 kids in 2 weeks. Why there's not an outrage? Why the government ain't saying nothing? This is just in Cleveland. I'm positive going on. I'm guaranteed it's going on everywhere. I'm guaranteed. I forget about the first flip I showed. I think that was Atlanta. 3 kids go missing. 3 kids. And then, no, it's 4. It's so many. I talked about another 14 that went missing last day of school yesterday. She was 14 years old, and she's missing. So that's 4 of what I know of. But I know it's more. I know it's more from Atlanta, and I know it's some in my own damn city. You know, besides the murdering each other, you know what I mean? Besides we getting targeted by Asians at the gas station, killing another 14-year-old. Besides all our problems. But you don't recognize none of our damn problems because you're using the old program. This is the problem. The self-hate. You got to acknowledge something happened to us to realize what's going on with us. Why are we hating each other? Why we choose to stay in our own damn lane as we get taken advantage of? We the only people. It's so damn divided, but we the only people that went through slavery. We the only people that have not got no reparations so we can actually rebuild ourselves, to actually heal ourselves as people. They don't want to see us be better. They want to keep us at the bottom while we keep working for them and we get taken advantage of. And we busy being trauma people, killing each other. Buying guns that don't empower us because we busy fighting with them guns and we fighting each other. They ain't scared of us. Ain't nobody terrified of the African because we busy fighting each other using the old program. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me. Y'all think it's the damn guns? The guns is not pulling the trigger. It's the human thinking. It's the mindset. If I self-love myself and I value myself, how in the hell I'm going to kill anyone else? If I'm loving myself, I'm going to look out for any kid. Any of them 27 kids. That can be my kid. That's our kids, them black kids. We should be highly concerned because we are vulnerable people and they taking advantage of us as vulnerable people. But we don't see it because we're still using the old freaking program. We still conditioned. We still sitting down, being fearful, being scared. Because what they done to us in the past, but people don't want to recognize that. They don't want to acknowledge that. But we're a different breed. But if we're a different breed, why the hell we ain't woke up to stand up to unite as people? Why we ain't fighting back? Because I am. Because I'm woke. And I'm encouraging you to wake the hell up. Wake the hell up. I'm going to play this next video. It's going to show some more of those footages. Some more pictures. Give me a second. Use the commercial. Hold on. Work with your brother. Hey, Queen. Come on now. All right.
Troubling is that many of these teens don't have photos on the police site. And now the question hanging over investigators is what is driving this surge?
What's the complexion?
Experts say runaways typically make up the majority of missing child cases. But now there are fears in Cleveland that some of these kids could be victims of predators. News Nation's Evan Lampert is tracking the latest developments on this alarming trend. Evan, what's going on?
Ain't no damn trend.
Well, Elizabeth, the law enforcement that we have been speaking with have not been able to give us a reason for what appears to be this surge in missing children cases in Cleveland. They do not believe there have been any large-scale abductions, but they have had some recent success in reuniting kids found in other parts of the state.
Hey, I got a runner out of the vehicle. She's heading back towards the main drag.
The U.S. Marshals Service is the premier federal agency responsible for tracking down violent fugitives. But another part of the job, they say, is just as important, looking for missing children.
I have a daughter same age as you. So that just shows you how important it is.
This is video from Operation We Will Find You, a U.S. Marshals mission that just ended with 225 missing children found in 16 locations across the country. But despite the success, there's a new challenge. Figures reviewed by News Nation show in particular Cleveland, Ohio, had 34 children reported missing in May, all still missing, according to Cleveland police data. Local and federal law enforcement are disturbed by the trend, but maybe
I hate it's not a freaking trend. It's a crisis going on. And mental crisis for one. But this is another damn crisis going on. Black people being taken advantage of. Black people in danger. But y'all not realizing this because y'all don't watch the news. Or we don't communicate with each other. It's mothers and fathers looking for their children. Some, I know all of them not. I know some busy hitting the club still. Or the other half are in jail, man. We're hurting people, man. We're trauma people and we're hurting right now. We really need to wake up to change as individuals so we can change our logic, change our perspective so we can really unite as people. We really got to know who we are. We're lacking. It's so much going on and it's sad. It's sad. 27 kids in 2 weeks. Where in the hell is the president? Where in the hell are all the damn Amber Alerts? I mean, everybody should be talking about this, but we divided as people. We ain't connecting the dots because we're not united as people. We ain't looking out for each other. We fighting each other. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Ain't that ain't what's going on? We're divided. We're busy fighting each other because we ain't looking out for each other. It should be a word going around right now. Hey, don't let your kids go out, man. We're getting hunted. You know, we're getting hunted. Our kids are getting snatched up. You know, you don't know this, but you know why? Because you're using the old program. And you know why? Another reason why they really don't give a damn? Because it's a business. Just like slavery. It was a business. It's a business keeping us at the bottom. It's a business. As we keep working for them, making their businesses more money. Y'all still not seeing it, huh? Y'all still want to stay in your own lane working for somebody? Y'all still want to fight your own people? I ain't just talking about your media fan. If you fighting a brother down the street, it's enough. Man, that's your people. We got to wake up to unite with each other. We got to wake up to know our history. We got to wake up to embrace our blackness. We got to wake up for true change. Change your thinking. Change your program. Change your mindset for a new life, a new environment, a new way of thinking. I'm tired. Tired of losing. It's sad because there's so many people stood up for us. And we forgotten. We done lost our way. We done lost our identity. We done lost our culture. We done lost our history. We done lost our identity. But I'm woke, and I'm encouraging you to be woke too, so you'll understand and know the dangers that's going on that's against us, man. What else I'm gonna play? I keep flicking past this other. I really don't want to talk about that, but I'm show this other clip about these kids. Let me see. Hold on. Give me a minute. Yeah. Okay. Just listen to what he's saying. He's in the field going after these kids and trying to make that change, people. Trying to make that change. He's just a father and just a man that been through some things and willing to stand up. And he know what's going on. The question is, do you know?
We've counted somewhere between 300 and 400 kids were likely sexually abused over the 2 years those guys were there. You know, what's scary and where Americans need to wake up.
Wake
We call
up.
this the hidden war because
I think you gotta have a dream.
The School of Greatness.
Really? Yeah.
Please welcome Lewis House.
So for people that have no context about you or this issue in the world and in the U.S., what is OUR, the mission that you guys have, and how bad is the problem in the world right now?
So Operation Underground Railroad is our foundation. We're a nonprofit, and we strive to empower law enforcement and aftercare services in the extraction and healing of child sex victims, and often it's adult sex victims as well.
Right.
And so we are in, we have 5 regions. We have offices in 5 different regions. So the sun never sets anymore on our operations, which is very exciting for us. And we're just constantly working with law enforcement. And they ask us to do different things, you know. There's so many ways to attack it because it's enormous, right? There's millions of people. There's more people enslaved today than ever before in the history of the world, which is shocking to people because they think their textbooks tell them that it ended with Abraham Lincoln and the end of the transatlantic slave trade. It's like, no, it's reared its ugly head again, and there's more people now than ever.
Knowledge.
Slave labor, sex, and organ harvesting, which is becoming a bigger thing, believe it or not. And so we seek to empower law enforcement. Sometimes it means trainings that we do or equipment. Oftentimes they ask us to go undercover because our guys and girls are all, most are former law enforcement, our operators, or military, and they can infiltrate very rapidly.
Right.
Especially if they look like they're Western.
Did you hear that? Say organs. And there's a black market out there. And I believe I forget his name. I think he was in California. And his body was found in a river. And his eyes and his organs was gone. He just told y'all what's going on. This is a man that's out there in the field. This is a man about change and actually putting boots on the ground and trying to save some of these kids. And he's speaking truth. He's speaking truth. And the saddest thing is, us as people's not woke to be knowing truth, to see the danger, to know the danger. That's why I'm encouraging you, wake the hell up and know we're being hunted. We're in danger. It's a business, just like slavery. It was a business, just like now, to keep us sitting, to keep us fearful instead of fearless. Wake up, man. Wake up.
Westerners. Sure. And that's a bad thing, by the way, for us who live in this country, because what it says is we are the demand. And we are. We're the largest consuming country, the United States.
Of what?
Of child sex videos.
Wow. Would that also include sex engagements with kids, or more consuming, child pornography?
Correct. It's the consumption of the child exploitation material, child rape videos, and we are in the top 3 for destination countries because if the demand is here, the traffickers would love to get the kids here.
Right.
So we see that happening. A lot of that's happening right now with the failed border enforcement. People can just come right in. Kids are coming. I know they're coming in. We're seeing this happening, and so we can easily play the role of what the like preferred client looks like.
Right.
So traffickers all over the world see us. And we put ourselves in the right place. We know where to go, and they welcome us in, and boom, we can infiltrate rapidly, get the evidence back to law enforcement, and they can pursue. So.
And how many, I guess, what do you call them, extractions, where you've gone in and rescued?
Another part.
Do you love getting high, but smoking hurts your lungs? I've got you covered. You need to.
2 months he was in Ecuador, so the hotel's somewhere in Ecuador. On the front page of every news outlet.
That's amazing.
Yeah, this little dog that just saved the day, So he had an OUR jacket on,
Amazing,
Yeah,
man.
super cool. They're called ESD dogs, electronic storage device dogs. So yeah, electronic storage device canines.
Wow. And so the hidden war then is how does that connect to the hidden war?
Well, can I tell you when we go to Ecuador?
Yeah.
Because this is where I'll get to the hidden war. Because it hits the United States eventually. That's the scary part about this and the important part. Because this is a pedophile network that's kind of all over.
Well, they're all
Listen.
connected
They're all connected. They're all talking
from all over the world.
from all over the world, and from inside the United States as well.
Business.
So our intel unit goes in and looks like, okay, we got the passport. 2 months he was in Ecuador. So the hotel's somewhere in Ecuador. Where? Well, our intel guys are open source OSINT guys. You know, they go and they find they messed up one time. There was an ad in a little village in Canoa, Ecuador. There was a big earthquake in 2016. Very vulnerable population, single parent homes, and that's exactly where a pedophile would go hang out.
You hear that? Vulnerable. Vulnerable. And we are vulnerable people. Single what? Single family homes. And that's who? The African people in this damn country over here. We are vulnerable people. He just told you. They looking for a vulnerable people. That vulnerable home. When it's only a single dad or a single mother in it. Vulnerable. Just listen.
There was one ad for like this boutique hotel. Open source OSINT guys, you know, they go and they find they messed up one time. There was an ad in a little village in Canoa, Ecuador. There was a big earthquake in 2016. Very vulnerable population, single parent homes, and that's exactly where a pedophile would go hang out. There was one ad for like this boutique hotel in Canoa, and it's put on by it just says Leslie. Like one time it says Leslie. He screwed up, put a name, but that's all it says. 50-50 chance, whatever. We call it Ecuadorian police, super tight connections with those guys. Homeland Security, our U.S. Embassy supports it. They rush out to the village and on the beach, and they set up on the hotel that's in the ad. Within 1 hour, both those guys rear their heads around, looking, just casually come out, and there's little boys in the house.
Oh.
And then this other dude comes out of the house. Okay, we're like, oh my gosh, that's the fourth guy we would have looked for. He was visiting as a tourist with another dude.
Crazy.
And
all right, I just want to leave it at that, man. I just want y'all to hear it and see it from somebody else that's actually in the field, that's actually working on getting kids that's getting kidnapped. But I just want you to really understand vulnerable people in a vulnerable home. This is why they divided us in slavery, and we choose to this day to stay divided, and we still get conquered, and we still don't see it. Because we're using the old program. This is why you must be woke. You must be woke so you can understand and know the danger that's been inflicted upon us as people. So you'll know when you're getting swung at. So you can know when you're getting kicked. If you don't know, how would you defend yourself? How would you defend yourself? Let me know. Hit me with a comment. I'd love to know. If you don't know when you're getting hit, if you don't know when something coming, you don't see the danger, how will you defend yourself? How would you defeat the motherfucker that you're trying to fight? How would you defeat the kidnappers if you don't even see them coming? They going after our kids. 27 kids in Cleveland gone missing in 2 fucking weeks. 2 weeks. 27? And they black. They black. And 4 in Atlanta. Now I'm pretty sure it's more than that. Just 4 I stumbled across. Man, come on, my people. Come on. We gotta reprogram ourselves. We got to unlearn and re-educate ourselves to empower ourselves. We got to embrace ourselves. We got to love ourselves so we can love and support each other. We got to value our own selves so we can start valuing each other. We got to really start looking out for ourselves to look out for each other. We got to respect ourselves so we can respect each other. We cannot keep on digging this rabbit hole and killing each other. We can't keep on going around talking about that's my brother, that's my sister, but it's no real love there because I'm not loving myself, because I'm lacking in my own knowledge of self. Knowledge of self. I'm lacking in my own identity. I'm lacking in my own culture. I'm lacking in my own history because the schools is not going to give us. They're giving us the damn lies, and it's not benefiting us in life. It's not benefiting us in life. You know what's going to benefit us in life? Reading books. Reading books by Dr. Clyde Anderson. Reading books by Dr. Clyde Winters. Reading books by researchers or people out there that's making the move, that's pushing it. Knowledge. We got to work on ourselves, man. It ain't the damn guns. It's our damn thinking. It's our logic. It's how we see life. And this is what happened to us in life. It's epigenetics. It's been proven through the scientists, proven. Come on, you should have an open mind. If a child or somebody got misused and abused and they never had counseling for it, that's a trauma person. Something happened to us as people. We're trauma people. We never rebuilt. I'm not talking about just building the Black Wall Street and they killing and murders and then burnt us down. I'm talking about the mind. The mind. Why some of the black elite people out there get the bag and they forget where they come from. It's the mind. It's the thinking. Why they love to go dip out their race to go love that snow bunny. It ain't nothing wrong loving somebody at your race, but I tell you one damn thing, something wrong if you're not reaching back doing for your own people. How you come from a black woman, you don't do for the black woman. How you don't embrace the love for that black woman, but you say you love that black woman. You love your black mother. You love your black grandma. How you gonna say you love yourself and you not loving your own people? You not loving your own race. You can't tell me it ain't no self-hating in the mind, in the soul. You can't tell me you're not aligned with yourself for your thinking in your heart and your soul. That's the problem. That's the solution. I'm giving you game. I'm giving you ingredients. I'm sprinkling it all on you. Change the thinking. Change the mindset. Change the program and empower yourself. Read books. Stop being distracted by TV and video games and the liquor and the damn blunts that we smoke. It's killing us. Self-destruction. That's what's going on. Fuck the guns. The guns ain't the problem. It's our thinking's the problem. The solution is acknowledge the problem, know your history so you can actually heal and then actually rebuild and transform yourself and reprogram yourself. That is the solution. That is the ingredients. I'm giving it to you. I'm a product of the hood and I changed overnight. I'm still changing within this process, but I'm telling you, I woke up overnight. I got a TV in practically in every damn room. I don't watch it. It's going to have a damn garage sale. I sell by every damn thing in this damn house. And I'm telling you, support Power Inc. PowerUsNow.com. Get your merch. Smash the like button. Hit me with a comment. Talk to your friends and family, man. We losing aunties and cousins and kids out here. We in danger. But you probably don't see this if you're not being woke or you're not using the new program of a new mindset where you embracing your blackness. Blackness is a beautiful thing. If you knew your history of the people who we are before they kidnapped us, before they took our history, before they divided us, you will embrace to be empowered of your people, the black African, the black man, the black people that built the Egypt, the pyramids, and every damn thing we done so amazing. The most created and invented people, the first and original people. We don't die, we multiply, but you probably don't see the power because you're blind. Your trauma. You got to be brutally honest with yourself. You got to read books, man. You got to read books after books, and books is not expensive. You know, this book's going for 7, 10, 20 bucks. If you really want to say you want better, you want to be empowered, pick up some books. So I'm trying to get you to have power and wear power. Knowledge is power. Money's not power. It's not. Money comes, diamond doesn't. It comes and goes. Like they say, you can't take it with you. You want to live a very peaceful life and a loving life when you're loving yourself. And it comes from knowledge of self. You got to know who you are so you can embrace yourself, so you can embrace love with your kids, your friends, your family, your community, your people. That's the whole thing that we're missing. We're missing our culture. We're missing our history. And we're not embracing our people before us, our ancestors. If it weren't for them, we wouldn't be free. Everybody, yeah, our bodies are free, but our minds are not free. We need to decolonize our minds. We need to reprogram our thinking. We need to decolonize our mind and reorganize our mind. We need to transform ourselves to empower ourselves. We must read, educate, unlearn, and re-educate ourselves to empower ourselves. we must do the work. We must do the work. Ain't nobody gonna do it for us. These schools ain't gonna do it for us. These colleges not gonna do it for us. I'm damn sure knowing these businesses ain't gonna do it for you. They're not, because they busy using us. Ain't no different from when our ancestors used to work for them. They didn't get no check. We just get a check. We still working for them. Huh? Tell me if I'm wrong or all right. I'm gonna leave it at that, man. Come on, we gotta be better as people so we can actually look out for each other as people. We got to transform ourselves as people so we can empower our house, our community, our group, so we can actually love ourselves and support ourselves and do for ourselves so we can truly have real power. So this can truly stick where we keep on evolving. We keep on leveling up as people. We must be resilient. We must be fearless in this movement, because this is your power, brother, and I'm encouraging you to be a radical thinker for a changed mindset. Like I say, I'm not your news. I just speak on the issues to give you the solution from my perspective. Knowledge is power. It can change your thought process, and your thoughts can change your behavior. And that'll trickle down into your actions. Once you acknowledge the trauma, you can rebuild yourself for healing yourself for change. Fact of the matter is, we are traumatized and trauma people, programmed and conditioned in this system. Be awakened for a changed mindset. Be awakened for a changed identity. Be awakened for a changed environment. Be awakened for a changed group of people. It's my time for the night. Hey, smash the like button. Be a subscriber. Put your guns up. Be a responsible gun owner, because our kids is our responsibility. And it's time to rebuild ourselves, for healing ourselves, so we can really have a foundation, a real community, a real village for our community and our kids. Till next time, my people, let's protect each other, unite with each other, be power, Hotep. Thanks for listening. See you tomorrow.